Hello everyone. In physics classes we are doing first unit of class 12, that is electrostatics. Under this unit we are discussing the topic electric dipole. Electric dipole is consist of two equal and opposite charges separated by a small distance. And we are calculating electric field intensity at various positions due to electric dipole. In our last video, we have discussed electric field intensity on the axial line of electric dipole, and today we are going to discuss about electric field intensity on equatorial line of electric dipole. Let's start our topic. Here AB is our electric dipole minus Q plus Q, two equal and opposite charges separated by a distance 2a. O is the central point of dipole, so this distance is A and this one is also A. And P is our observational point which is on equatorial line of electric dipole. It is separated by a distance r from the center of dipole and it is on equatorial line of the dipole. On this point we are going to calculate electric field intensity. This is our topic, electric field intensity on equatorial line of electric dipole. So electric field intensity on this point P is due to two charges, negative charge of dipole and positive charge of dipole. Let's joining these two lines, A to P and B to P. AB electric dipole, two equal and opposite charges separated by a distance 2a, and P is at a distance r from the center of dipole. So these two triangles are symmetric triangles. Let us put these angles as theta. P is dipole moment of electric dipole, whose direction is always from negative charge to positive charge. P is electric dipole moment. So these two angles are theta. This triangle, suppose I am talking about PAO and triangle POP. These are similar triangles as well, right angle triangles. So if this is right angle triangle, this distance is A, means base of the right angle triangle is A and perpendicular is R. So this distance is under root R square plus A square using Pythagoras premise. Similarly, in this triangle BOP, base is A and perpendicular is R. So hypotenuse will be given by R square plus A square. Let's start to calculate the electric field intensity. Let E is the electric field intensity at P due to negative charge minus Q. And E2 is the electric field intensity at P due to positive charge plus Q. And we are imagine that at point P a unit positive charge is present there. Unit positive charge. So at point A we have negative Q charge and here is unit positive charge. These two are going to attract each other because these are unlike charges, opposite charges, negative and positive. So force of interaction between them is in this direction, they are going to attract each other. So this is representing the direction of E1, electric field intensity at point P due to this charge minus Q. Attraction is there, so that's why electric field intensity direction is in this direction. Similarly, at point P we have positive Q charge. Here also we have unit positive charge. Positive, positive. Like charges repel each other, so these two charges are going to repel each other. So force of repulsion as well as electric field intensity is having this direction. So E1 electric field intensity at P due to minus Q charge will act in this direction PA, and E2 electric field intensity intensity at point P due to positive charge Q will act in this direction P. Suppose I am making this direction D and I am marking this direction C. This is along PC, E1 is along PC and E2 is along PD. So this one is the direction of electric field intensity. Now we are going to calculate its magnitude. We know electric field intensity, I am writing its magnitude only. It will given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square, distance between these two charges, and distance between these two charges is under root R square plus A square whole square. Formula is 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square, where R is distance between those two charges, and here this distance is given by R square plus A square under root. So square and under root will cancel out each other, and even magnitude will be given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square plus A square. Similarly, we can calculate E2. We know the direction of E1 already. E1 is along PC. Now we are calculating E2. E2 is interaction between unit positive charge and plus Q charge. So it will be given by 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught. I am taking magnitude only. Q upon R square plus A square. Only this, because again under root and then square. The same term will be here. So no power it will carry, and it will act along PD. This formula, electric field intensity due to a charge acting on the test charge, we have already done this thing. So we are using directly that result. So E1 is the electric field intensity at this point due to negative charge, and E2 is the electric field intensity at this point due to this positive charge. And their directions we have also discussed. Now we want to calculate resultant electric field intensity. Now look at here. Suppose I am drawing a horizontal line here. So this line and this line both are parallel to each other, and this line is crossing them. If this angle is theta, then this angle will also theta. This line parallel to each other. This line is crossing it. So if this angle is theta, then this angle will also theta. Okay, now this E1, I am going to resolve this E1 into the two components. Along horizontal line, I am writing it E1 cos theta, and here it will act as E1 sin theta. Similarly, this E2 can also be resolved in two components. In this direction, it will be E2 cos theta, and in this direction, it will be E2 sin theta. E1 can also be resolved in two components, E1 cos theta and E1 sin theta. Similarly, E2 can also be resolved in two components. The component along the angle, the horizontal component along the theta will known as E2 cos theta, and perpendicular component will known as E2 sin theta. And if we are comparing these two equations and we are checking their magnitudes, both are equal. E1 is equals to E2. 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square plus A square. Okay, so these two magnitudes are equal. Then of course, and theta is also equal because these two triangles are similar. We have these angle theta. So cos theta and sin theta, those components are going also to be equal. E1 sin theta, E2 sin theta. These two have same value. E1 sin theta is equals to E2 sin theta. Only magnitude. But their directions are opposite. They are at 180 degree of each other. They are anti-parallel to each other. So we can write E1 sine theta is equals to minus E2 sine theta. So these components, sine theta components of E1 and E2 are going to neglect each other. Their effect is going to be neutralized by each other. But E1 cos theta and E2 cos theta, both we are having in the same direction. They are going to add up. So the net electric field intensity E due to these two charges at point P will be given by E1 cos theta plus E2 cos theta. We have resolved E1 E2 into the two components, horizontal and vertical. But sine theta, vertical component of both E1 and E2 are equal and opposite, equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. They are going to cancel each other. We left with the component cos theta of both E1 and E2. And by these equations we come to know that their magnitude is equal. E1 cos theta plus E2 cos theta, and we know magnitude of E1 is equals to E2. So I can write that net E is given by 2 E1 cos theta. We are talking about magnitude only. So because E1 and E2 both are equal, theta for both triangles are equal, they are equal. So cos theta will also be equal to them. So net E will be given by 2 E1 cos theta. We are going to put the value of E1 there. Then we get E is equals to 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square plus A square into cos theta. Now we are going to calculate cos theta from this triangle. Any triangle we can choose, and we know cos theta is given by base upon hypotenuse. Taking this triangle PAO, cos theta will be given by base upon hypotenuse. So cos theta will be given by base is A and hypotenuse is under root R square plus A square. So we are going to put this cos theta value in above equation and we will get the net electric field intensity. Let me erase this thing. Putting this value of cos theta in equation of E, we get E is equals to 2 into 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q upon R square plus A square into cos theta. Base upon hypotenuse, base is A, hypotenuse is under root R square plus A square. Q upon R square plus A square की power 1 by 2. I can write under root is power 1 by 2. Collectively I can write it 2QA upon 4 pi epsilon naught. I am talking about magnitude only. R square plus A square to the power 3 by 2. We also know about the term P. P is electric dipole moment, and which is given by charge, either charge of the two which are forming the dipole, minus q and plus q, both are forming the dipole. So either charge, because their magnitude are equal, into the distance of separation between them, which is 2a. Okay, so q into 2a, this thing is giving us the value of dipole moment. We can write it dipole moment upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square to the power 3 by 2. So this one is the electric field intensity at point P, which is on the equatorial line of electric dipole. Now its direction, because sine theta component has neglected, these two components are in this direction. Means if this is the direction of electric dipole na, P, its direction is from negative to positive and they are acting in opposite direction. So we can write it as E is equals to minus P upon 4 pi epsilon naught R square plus A square to the power 3 by 2. Negative is showing that this electric field intensity is lying in the opposite direction of dipole moment. E vector and P vector both are in opposite directions. E is acting in this direction and P is in this direction. So E and P are both opposite to each other. That's why this negative sign is there. Now we are going to discuss one special case, as we have already done in the case of axial line. We are thinking that if we have a very small dipole or our observation point is very far away from the dipole. This is dipole, and if it is short and observation point is far away, that means the condition when r is very greater than 2a, then a can be neglected. A square can be neglected with respect to r square. So we are changing here. E will be equals to minus p upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square to the power 3 by 2. Because we are neglecting a square with respect to r square. Why? Because in this special case we are taking that dipole is very small as compared to this observation distance. So E will be given by minus p upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square to the power 3 by 2. Then this 2 will cancel out and we will get E is equals to minus p 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. And if we are talking about magnitude only, then we will keep it like this. And if we are including direction, then we are going to consider the negative sign. So this is electric field intensity on equatorial line of the dipole. We have already done electric field intensity on axial line, and if you remember that result, that was E axial was given by P upon, let's talk about its magnitude also, 2 into P upon 4 pi epsilon naught r cube. This was the result of electric field intensity on axial line of the electric dipole. And if we are comparing it, suppose I am writing here EQ, axial line. So our observation point P was here. This was the axial line. If we are taking this distance r and this distance r same, means we are observing at the same distance on the axial line as well as on equatorial line. This distance r and this distance r, both are same. Firstly, we are measuring electric field intensity on axial line. We get this value, and then we calculated electric field intensity at equatorial line. That means this value. On axial line, electric field intensity was in the direction of dipole moment. On equatorial line, direction of dipole moment is opposite to the electric field intensity's direction. If we are comparing the magnitude, this one is the electric field intensity on axial line and this one is on the equatorial line. This thing is same. So I can write E axial is given by 2 into E equatorial. So if we are measuring electric field intensity at a same distance, first on axial line then on equatorial line, then we find that on axial line electric field intensity is twice as that on the equatorial line. Means here if we get electric field intensity, suppose 8 Newton per coulomb, and then here we are getting 4 Newton per coulomb. The condition is this distance r should be same in both the cases. So this one is the comparison of electric field intensity on axial line and on equatorial line. Axial line electric field intensity is double as that on the equatorial line. I hope these two topics, electric field intensity on axial line and electric field intensity on equatorial line due to electric dipole, is clear to you. Thank you.